In this video, we're going to talk about positive and negative plasma, or positive negative arcing, or electrical arcing or electrical sparking, or it's been also called anodic and cathodic plasma. But basically, essentially, we know about these claims made by a number of manufacturers, and in our new device we also give you this capability. We're going to go and explain what they are from a technical point of view, because they're actually there's a lot of jargon in there, and it's actually done on purpose in order to try and provide this unique selling point. In our new device, one of the things that we're going to do is provide you the capability not only to have a normal sine wave, but also you'll be able to play with a sine wave at the output of the device in the way you want, and I will show you one of the examples. And also you can actually shift it up or down. You can actually change the waveform to a square wave, to other waveforms, which we'll show you in other videos later on. So basically, what you'll be able to do, not only will you be able to change the frequency, the amplitude, you'll be able to pulse it, you'll be able to change whatever, not whatever you want, but because we're using a microcontroller, a digital microcontroller, to create the waveform, and from a technical standpoint, what we're doing, we're actually stepping up that waveform. We're able to actually give you whatever waveform you like. Basically, in the new device, what we're trying to give you is a test lab to have you to generate whatever waveform you like in order to actually achieve whatever results you like, and experiment with the different waveforms and so on. So lately, especially in 2017, due to a few things that happened in the market, there's been a number of claims of anodic and cathodic, positive and negative plasma, or positive and negative arcing. Some people have claimed that what this actually is the same sine wave we've got, but actually shifted upwards or downwards or so on. There's been a number of confusing claims over it. But in order to make sure, because we want to give you a testing lab in our new device, so not only are you able to actually get the usual boxed, ready, out of the shelf treatments that you want, but also you'll be able to change the settings altogether and be creative, allow you to be creative with the waveform that you want to actually get at the output, in order to do whatever, almost whatever you like, and experiment in different ways using this new device, which is actually a wave generator at different voltages and frequencies. And this is one of the new things in the market. Once again, with our new device, what you're going to be able to do is actually having almost whatever you want at the output. And last but not least, you're going to be able to create this sort of waveform out of our new device. So, but basically, we're trying to explain what this positive and negative plasma is from a technical standpoint, so you'll understand a bit better, because there's been a number of claims, and all very confusing on purpose, of course, in order to create that sort of unique selling point that no one else has got. But what I'll explain is something very simple from a technical standpoint. Very simply, initially, what it was claimed is that this is what we've got at the output. But then, in order to confuse the audience, in our opinion, it has been claimed that this is actually the same sine wave, but shifted up or down. Now, we give you both options, so you're able to actually have a positive waveform with this part shifted upwards, which is something extremely easily done in electronics, and also you're going to be able to modulate this waveform up or down to have more positive and the negative and so on. We very much doubt the reality of the claims of this sort of devices. However, at Ariton, we want to give you all the capabilities that we can possibly give you from a technical standpoint, so then you can go off and do the job in the best possible way that you can. So, going to the claims about positive and negative plasma, or positive and negative electrical arcing, is the claims are, some of them are absolutely amazing, which we're going to go to that shortly. Mild carbonization. So basically what they're saying is that by using this positive and negative arcing, you're going to be able to achieve the same results with less carbonization. So basically, for some reason, using a certain type of logic, for some reason, there's less carbon residues at the end of the plasma. Again, this is always what we found as well in this market. In this market is that basically they try to give you some outcome and they try to justify it using a certain type of logic. So this is what we found. I found it for a number of years now. So mild carbonization, faster recovery. But one of is actually quite impressive is no or little swelling, which we actually found a number of times even before the introduction of positive and negative arcing. This was a claim with one of the most expensive devices, and then obviously wasn't backed by much anyway. Then no scabbing or very little scabbing. Actually, we actually found some claims where you actually use one of this positive or negative and you get no scabbing throughout the healing progression. Antiseptic action. This antiseptic action has got some sort of foundations, because obviously when you're using hot plasma, what you get is a very high temperature at the point of contact of the electrical arc with the skin. So then it's quite difficult for bacteria and viruses to survive very high temperature. So it's got some foundations. But one of the ones that we found absolutely amazing is the antibiotic action. And actually some people even write those claims on their marketing material. So we're not going to go and make the same claims. All we're going to do is going to give you the capabilities of having to reproduce whatever other people actually are marketing you on little boxes for a lot of money. But not only you're going to be able to reproduce using our new device the same thing, but you're going to be able to reproduce far more. And this is one of the breakthroughs that we're going to provide. As to say, whatever they may come up with certain unique selling points, you're going to be able to reproduce that and much more. And then if they come up with some other claims saying that they have recreated whatever, then you're going to be able to create whatever waveform that they claim they have done, and then put it and then test it out for your own. So basically, in our new device, to recap, we give you the possibility to have a waveform generator, a certain that is stepped up in order for you to create the plasma or the electrical arcing using different waveforms and so on. This is, again, from a technical point of view, very relatively easy to accomplish, because we're using a microcontroller to digitally create the waveform and we're stepping it up along the circuitry. So this is the way we do it, and we are going to allow you to have almost whatever waveform you'd like to have using this microcontroller. So this is all for this video. Should you have any question, please feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you very much for watching.